Hello everyone and welcome back to the Knife of Dunwall. So in the previous episode we got started on our quest controlling the mighty assassin Dowd. Badass dude. Now we can see here there is a butcher, an armoured butcher, who has a lovely instrument of death in his hands, as well as some sort of body armour in this kind of the form of this sort of power suit, which, as we can see by the glowing area on his back, is powered by whale oil. If we were to shoot that whale oil tank, it would explode, killing him, but we are not going to do that. Now, I do need to say that the rest of this mission is somewhat sketchy to me. Details of it are a little bit kind of ambiguous. I can't remember too much about it, so it is very likely that I am going to make a pretty good number of mistakes here. So I will be regularly quick saving, possibly save scumming as well. The main thing we need to do first of all is to just basically get the hell away from that dude. Let's see, the misplaced rune.
No way.
The misplaced rune which we paid for in the form of that favour. Hello.
Marked for shipment to the most distant point of the Empire. And fitted for live cargo, too. Survivable, if they had a fast ship. I wonder who this was meant for. You box somebody up in that thing and they won't be back in town for months.
Duly noted. So this is bound for Samara on the very, very far northern island of Tivia, the most remote point of the Empire of the Isles. That is going to be pertinent to us if we wanted to play it that way. We could get rid of Bundry Rothwild by knocking him unconscious and sticking him inside this crate, shipping him off to Tivia. That would be an option which would be available to us if we wanted to do it that way. I may well do that. There are several other options. As I said, one of the things that they did address with this DLC is to really kind of open up your gameplay options for both lethal and non-lethal, and give you quite a large number of ways to play. I'm kind of trying to get as high up as I can here. I do recall there being something collectible. Yeah, there's a rune up at the top. And while I said before it is inevitable that I am going to be missing certain collectibles just due to my memory of this stuff being somewhat ropey, I am planning to get every rune that I can easily get early on, because we have some pretty sizable number of void powers that we require going forward. And as you complete the Knife of Dunwall and carry on into the Brigmore Witches, you have the option to continue into the Brigmore Witches using your Knife of Dunwall save file, which gives you all of the upgrades, yoink, that you took already. Written in blood, you are safe now. No one can find you here. No one can reach you here. I almost died trying, and I am a better climber than any of them. But you gave me claws for the climb. You want me as much as I want you. We will stay here until they have forgotten about us. We will stay here for as long as it takes. I feel like sleeping. Don't leave while I sleep, because I need you. I will stay as long as I can, forever. Creepy. Rothwild labourer. Yeah. So what do we have? Okay, we have two, so we're going to get Void Gaze 2 first and foremost. That allows us to see enemies patrolling through walls and such, and it basically takes Void Gaze up to being equal to Corvo's Dark Vision, and also to his Dark Vision 2, which lets us see collectibles and things like that through walls as well. Right, so from here it's going to be a little bit sketchy, basically. I'm just going to have to kind of do what I can. We should go for that misplaced rune, though. That's a given. because we've paid for it, so I'm definitely taking it. Exit slaughterhouse, eh? Oh right, that's another way that we could have gone in without having gotten the time card, which we got. There's a bone charm down there as well. This is down where the crate is, I believe. And there are plenty of NPCs around here. Yeah. Now we need to basically just avoid these dudes, so I may have to chain some blinks here. Like so.
Watch your man, you'll collect your bonuses at sundown. Well done.
That was pretty close, but still, we were alright. Yeah, I just remember this area being very large and absolutely swarming with guards of varying difficulties. And, so simply traversing this area is going to be a sufficient challenge on its own. But luckily we can now see guards and collectibles through the walls. What I'm wondering about here, which I'm just going to test out.
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, that guy's seen me, but... Okay, what I was wondering, right, and you can see there that I'm not going to even slightly try and deal with that guy. I was just wondering if these normal butchers
Can't feel my feet.
can be dealt with by strangulation. The unarmoured ones, and they can be. I just had to check that that was the case. Okay, so... that bone charm that we saw was over... No, that's a rune. That's the misplaced rune, is it? Yes. We also saw a bone charm not too far away.
It's only a matter of time.
Those conversing guards have dispersed now, so... I should be better set up to deal with this guy. If he actually wants to turn around at any time. Be pretty useful.
Oh, it's like the month of hearths in here.
I can't remember if the month of Hearths is in the summer or the winter of their calendar. I think he's either saying it's too hot or too cold. But I can't remember which is which. Anyway, get some of these things. There is a health elixir. Oh. And there is a... that's the bone charm I saw before. So I may be able to get around to that bone charm by going this way. If it looks like there's going to be an easy path to it, I will do that. Simply because I need to be collecting certain perks. And I really want the one that lets us strangle people easier, more quickly, and also to deal with, like, carry bodies at normal sneaking speed and sneak more quickly. All of those are perks that will be very, very good to have playing this as we are in low chaos. They should be alright there. Okay, wonder if we can take any high ground here. It looks like we can go across these beams. Probably going to be a useful idea to do that. Shit. Oh, it worked. I hit the trigger by accident. It just happened to blink me into exactly the right position. Not complaining though. Okay, there's a rune. That's the one that we paid to get. So... it's in this antechamber by the looks of it. And there's one of these tricky dickies knocking about. So... gross. See these big chunks of whale meat hanging up in the slaughterhouse is divided into several sections. There's a section where the boneyard is sort of thing, is like where the whales are brought in and like killed. Oh, it's down there, is it? Okay. And then there is this like processing plant where all the meat is like actually hung up and taken by these butchers. Another bone charm there. Meat locker. It's down in this like drainage pipe, I believe. So it's pretty gross, but if we go down here through this like sewer tunnel, there we go, we'll find the rune there. There's only 2 more in this stage. What do we need to get next? I do need to get bend time, which costs 2, and blink 2, which costs 4. So I think we're going to take bend time 1 next. That's probably going to make sense because we only need 1 more rune for that. So we should hopefully be able to get that before this stage is out, assuming I can get all of the runes. Where is this going to take us? Out here, eh? Hope I can grip this stuff without being seen. Looking alright. Some copper wire there. There's a bone charm in this direction. And a rune over there. Okay. So, oh, there's multiple bone charms in this direction. And a lot of collectibles here. This looks like a good room to be in. Hopefully there's no guards. Yoink. Yoink. I do need to be taking as much money as I can find as well, of course, because we need to purchase upgrades and favours in between missions. And I spent basically all of what I had at the start, so that was something. Here's a map of the area. So we are in the Labourer washroom number 6. This area is very labyrinthine.
While striking laborers, my generous offer stands. Have paid as it flashes.
Fucking gross. Right, yeah, I need to play it very safe. Rothwild's office is upstairs in that direction as well. Where was this bone charm? Ah, right here. Thank you. Swift Shadow. You move forward slightly faster while in stealth mode. Yes. Want that. Very nice indeed. That was a good one to have. Hello. Can't get upstairs from this room. But we may be able to through here. I'm gonna just carefully make my way into this room and see what I can find. There's another bone charm there beside that carcass. Oh, it's in the carcass. Oh dear, this is tricky. Shit, someone's seen me. Okay. I'm gonna try blinking out of here.
They're armored in front, but not so tough in back.
Huh. Billy Lurks popped in there to, oh, shitting hell. Right, okay. Well, that was bad. Okay, that sewer grate there was particularly convenient. As you can see, those guys, slaughtermen, fellas, are not to be messed with. And if you get backed into a corner like I did then, you are basically fucked. So it was very convenient that I had an escape route there. There is, however, another guy here. And they are now alerted to Dowd's presence. So I'm going to be using pretty generously the old void gaze here. Not dark vision as I keep wanting to call it, but it's void gaze.
What shall we do with a striking worker? What shall we do with you, Miss Ames?
So I think from that, it indicated that we were getting quite close to Ames. I can't remember what her first name is. Let's have a look. If we can find it here somewhere. Abigail Ames, an agent for the rival Ramsey Slaughterhouse with a mission to infiltrate and sabotage Rothwild's operation. So, she is going to be helpful to us if we can help her out. That gives us one of the several non-lethal alternatives to killing Bundry Rothwild. Now, if I... Risky business. Records office key needed. If I look at these guys, I might be able to see if one of them is carrying it. There's a rune over there, possibly in the killing floor.
About time for me to get a promotion. To get a saw.
So that guy's heading out. I'm going to take this opportunity to attempt
Those are just about done.
to take this fella. Oh shit. That was close. Pop under this table. Man, that was pretty close. He's off this way, so... something... it's just some copper wire, I think, over there that's collectible, but... take the Tivian ore and the copper wire. Ah, there's where the rune is. Now, if I can hop up... here, somehow. Can I, please? There we go. So I want to be going through this way to try and get that rune. That should be a pretty easy way of doing it. This guy's not got a decent pattern going, but if I go on top of here, probably hide this body here and it should be alright. Don't think anyone's going to go up to the management and bookkeeping section. So... that's cool. Now just blink down here. And as soon as it's filled again, void gaze so that I can see this guy coming. And any more who may be around in this direction. It appears to be through this bulkhead, which I can't open. That's interesting. I can go over the top, however. Maybe getting to the point where I need to use a spiritual remedy soon. Okay. Now here we see this poor old captured whale who's been hung up in this contraption, and by the power of these contraptions is being electrocuted. Yoink. Mysterious object. Anton, this thing was found in the belly of catch number 184 when we were processing it. I've seen plenty of weird things in a whale's gut, but never one of these. Must have consumed it in the deep, and I think it's been in there quite a while. Don't ask me how I can tell. If you have any ideas on what this may be, please inform me. One of these was recovered back in the month of wind, but I haven't seen it, or the man that found it since then. B.R. Bundry. Rothwild, of course. If we get 2 whale oil canisters and power this thing up, we can inflict a lethal dose of electricity onto this whale, which will kill it and allow us to extract its port side eye. There's a bone charm up there as well. The port side eye, of course, we need for... we need for Granny Rags' recipe. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the bone charm is inside this safe. Interrogation. Rothwild, the interrogation chair is set up in the meat locker and fully powered. We have run some test runs on a few of the most problematic labourers. They spill all of their secrets very quickly. They seem to die easily after about 4 treatments. She is ready for you when you need her. Granville, Butcher Foreman. Talking, of course, about Abigail Ames. Ames negotiations. Mr. Rothwild, my research on Abigail Ames has turned up nothing. She has no close kin that we can leverage. Looks like the plague took her sister and mother. Her father died on a whaling ship of your predecessor about 10 years ago. As far as blackmail goes, she's got no secrets I could uncover. Devout as an overseer, it seems. Not surprising, since she's rejected every blackmail offer to come her way. I don't think she's making a power play. She seems to legitimately have the best interest of the labourers in mind. As I interview the workers, it seems she really has them in thrall. They'll do whatever she says, and their belief in her is absolute. If something happens to her, as in like an accident or something, I'll expect they'll riot. I'll keep searching for an angle on her, but in the meantime I advise leaving her intact. It might be worth considering some of her reforms. I know that doesn't suit you, but at least it would buy some time and get the workers back in here. The butchers lack the finer skills to keep this place operational. Your servant, G. G. Willikers.
What a sad song the old behemoth sings. It looks right at me when I sit here to have my nightcap. Yes, look at me. A fly next to you, but I'm your master, ain't I? Killed 100 of your kind, and I'll kill 1,000 more before I'm done. Drain you, then feed you to my butchers. The mournful cries of the whales don't touch that lot. No, sir. They don't have hearts, I think. But by the outsider, I think I still have a small one. Shriveled and blackened as it may be. Yes, sing me a lullaby while I have another drink. Sing.
Okay. I can't remember at all how we... Oh, okay. I am actually maxed out on sleep darts after that safe. Could start using some, I guess. I can't actually remember at all how you get the combination for his safe. It might be from his own mouth. But... let's see. There's that one bone charm. Looks like that might be all. Now what I'm wondering is, well, I don't think that killing this whale is going to count for, you know, towards a no deaths run, because that's basically not like murdering any people. Putting this whale out of his misery could be seen as an act of mercy. Careful not to be seen by him. But what we need to do in order to get that is, of course, find 2 whale oil canisters. And I'm trying to see where I might find some, but I'm not seeing any at the moment, so I think I need to just kind of creep around this room a little bit. See what I can find. Which is, of course, somewhat treacherous given these guys. Come on then, move out. I think... oh, okay, there they are over there. Right. Now, I think that if we get the rune reward from Granny Rags... oh, there's one there as well. That's convenient. Hopefully we can get this in okay without being seen, yep. And I'm maxed out on elixirs, so I'll use one now. Give myself a bit of a boost. And hopefully I can pop over and grip this without being seen. Quickly, there we go. So hopefully, basically by getting the rune as the reward for doing this and getting the whale eye, I think that's going to equal all of the runes in the stage. Sorry about this, old man. Yeah, that's really quite horrible, and you do really feel very sorry for the whale. Oh shit, for the whale in this. Electrocuting a whale. I've set up this device to stimulate the whale's nervous system with the intention that doing so will prolong oil secretions and squeeze more of the precious fluid from each catch. Unfortunately, this device can lead to the instant death of the beast if too much power is used. Filling both tanks and activating the device extinguishes all life function in an instant. A painless and quick experience for the whale, but at the loss of the additional revenue that can be generated by sustaining it as long as possible. Anton Sokolov. So the very amoral Sokolov has come up with this whale torturing device here. Very concerned about this man here. Okay, he's going that way. If we quickly grab the eye. Okay, now we do of course need to go all the way back to the cooking pot. But we can do that on the way back. Rothwild's office is in that direction. So let's have another look over here. Hopefully... oh no, okay, that was where we were, where the safe was. So where is Rothwild? Is he through this way? Okay, it looks like we need to explore a little bit further. We're maxed out on all ammunition, which is something. Okay, let's see. Just wondering if there's anywhere I've not been. Oh, not here. There he is.
How much does he know by now?
Ramsey? No, this is about the workers. This is about fair pay and safe conditions.
Don't bother. You're not the first of his moles I've caught. What happened? I trusted you. Extra elixir rations, bags of coins, bonuses. But you're about to see that my generosity is counterbalanced by a very inhumane side.
Mr. Rothwild, Bundry.
Don't call me that. That privilege is lost to me.
You don't know Ramsey. When he comes for me, he'll kill you. He'll gut you like the street filth you are, and feed you to the rats.
Now it comes out. No one is coming. I've broken your strike, and my butchers are the finest fighters in Dunwall. Miss Ames, you're about to find out a new thing. Dies. I can do things that didn't even hurt at first. This conversation is going to last a long, long time.
Alright. Now there are several ways this can... Shit. I think he's... Has he seen me? Alright, well what we can do, first of all, sleep dart him, right? We now... Let's speak to her, see what she says.
Well, Dowd, what do you want with me?
I'm not here for you. I'm here to learn about a ship called the Delilah.
Did the Lord Regent send you? That old fool, Hiram Burrows. I know all about the Delilah. All of it. And I can give you exactly what you want.
Please do.
Not so fast. I need something from you in exchange.
That's what I thought. What?
We're both professionals, Mr. Dowd. I was hired to get these gutless workers striking, which I did very nicely. And then destroy the slaughterhouse itself. That's where I got caught. And that's where I need your help.
How?
The whale oil in those tanks out there is enough to destroy this entire place. The important industrial bits, especially. Just open all the valves at once to let the oil start flowing. The pressure will go out of control, and... boom.
What about the people inside?
Growing a conscience? The factory workers are already out. My boss will hire them on, in better conditions than they'd ever see here. Not the butchers, though. They can die screaming for all I care.
Don't try and con me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Here's the key. Don't get caught. You take care of the slaughterhouse, and I'll tell you everything I know about the Delilah.
You know, I could put you in Rothwild's interrogation chair myself. Why should I bargain with you?
Because it's a long and messy solution. And I'm gambling you're not the kind of man who likes that. Make a deal with me, and I can tell you what you want, and pay you for your trouble.
I'll consider it.
So, you may be wondering why I just shot her in the face with a sleep dart. There's a very good reason for that. Well, actually, there's a number of reasons for that. But first and foremost, if you do her plan and you blow up the slaughterhouse, all of the butchers inside will be killed, and that counts as you killing them. So I'm not doing that. Shipment manifest. Captain Withers, all of the cargo destined for Samara Tivia has been approved. Please delay loading until just before departure. There is a special delivery that was to be prepared by Foreman Ames, but she has been detained at the moment, so that particular shipment is suspended for now. If the special package has not been prepared by sundown, you may depart on schedule and other arrangements will be made. Remember, only our approved list of crewmen are allowed to handle this delicate cargo. Marine Clark, Wilhelmina Boward. So, we are going to stick old Rothwild in the crate and ship him off to Tivia. That seems like a bit, a bit diabolical and kind of nice, but non-lethal. I'm not going to be as benevolent as... Injury report code. 5 injuries have been reported over the span of 1 week, resulting in 2 fatalities. I'm wondering if that is the safe combination. 512. It's worth a try, isn't it? And we are nearby it. No. That's just the story of Rothwild, which I don't much care for. But as Dowd said himself, we can get Abigail into the chair as well, and interrogate her. But she's not as bad a person as Rothwild, so I'm going to do him instead.
Fleet report for the month of Nets. The Dauntless sailed north 10 days to no result. Word is she restocked at Driscoll to pursue a large pod east of Morley. The Delilah is coming back fully loaded. No reports of lights or singing. Another sign that Barrister's lost it. The Huntress is in dry dock after a nighttime ramming off Pandyssia. Engineers looked at the damage. They say it wasn't a whale. Whatever it was a very odd-looking one.
Right, okay, let's pop back over this way. I'll try that code 512. I mean, it's a little bit of a stab in the dark, but we don't have anything to lose. It worked! Incredible. Yoink. Undertaker. You move slightly faster while carrying corpses. Well, I don't need that. We got spiritual pool as well, so I'll equip that. And we got an ingot worth 100 coin, which is good. So now we need to head for the interrogation point. And I'll have those sleep darts back, which I used, of course, subduing those two. Wonder how I'm going to get there. Looks like I need to go down here. Shit, he's seen me. Okay, I wonder if I can sleep dart these guys. No, I can't. Right. Well, this is bad because it probably need to blink around a bit here. Which I will do. Go through here.
I spotted a makeshift interrogation room in the meat locker. It might be useful to you, considering our mission here.
Yeah. Somehow I get the feeling that wasn't supposed to happen. Look at this shit. Alright. Okay. I've never seen that before. Oh dear. Blink.
I'll make sure you get to enjoy this.
Did the guy follow me in? Alright. I think I'm alright. I think I'm clear.
What do you want to know that's worth crossing a man like me?
I want to know about a ship named Delilah. What's behind the name?
Choke on your own spit.
Who is Delilah?
Ha! Think I'll give up a friend at the first tickle? That's the kind of thing I'd pay your sister for down at the Golden Cat.
We'll feed you through your own factory. See if we can get oil out of your blubber.
Saying my sister's a whore, are you?
Putting me to the question? You're not the first to try.
Shut up.
You know your work, I'll give you that. We can talk this out, like businessmen.
Why did you name it Delilah?
What do you care? And it wasn't me. The previous owner named it after some sweetheart of his, Peyton. Piss off!
Who was the previous owner?
Barrister Timps, all right? He told me the story. Delilah was a woman he knew. Grew up working in Dunwall Tower. And got kicked out and became a painter. And funny airs, like proud. She caught his eye, but it was worse than that. He couldn't think of anything else, just her. She whirled into his mind somehow. He built that ship for her and a lot more. Gave her half his fortune. Then he got scared. Came to me afraid. Mad, like that, afraid. He wanted to dump the ship and I needed a business partner, so we made a deal. Meant to change the name. Wish I'd done it.
I hope that was satisfying. Here's the room key, when you're ready to go. Sir, earlier I spotted crates bound for the most remote corner of the Empire. Might be worth stuffing him in one, just to tie things off. He doesn't seem the type to forgive, of course. Why go through all the trouble, when a blade to the neck would accomplish the same thing?
Alright, so we finally got the information we need about Delilah. So of course, she is a person and not a ship. We need to just get him to the shipping crates. And it just sounded like someone is about to come in here. Arc mine. Place this mine nearly anywhere. When triggered, it will deliver a powerful electrical charge, reducing the target to ash. We won't be using that. But we can go a little bit further. Also, come on, nom a couple of these to restore some health. And of course I'm going to keep Void Gaze on here just... Oh, this is the first area, okay, so there was still, yeah, a couple of folks knocking about. And just above this area was where the shipping crate was, so... Oh man, this is bad. This is very bad. But if I do a couple of blinks, I should be able to get, hopefully, up to the top. There we go. They should now be alright. Seal Rothwild inside. See you later, man.
Cigars. You ever think about anything else?
Why you gotta talk so much, huh?
Alright, now all that remains to be done here is for us to go and deliver the whale's eyeball to Granny Rags's cooking pot. So we'll go to the slaughterhouse yard, and we'll do that, and then we'll get the shit out of here. Oh! Billy Lurk is marking the end of the mission.
Missing or damaged time cards will no longer be replaced due to abuse of this indulgence. Any worker without a time card will be denied admission to the grounds and summarily terminated.
Shit. Never mind. Let's take the high ground. And I do need to be careful of the wall of light. And okay. That was bad. Shit. This was very, very bad. Okay.
I ain't stupid. I know you're here. Come on out.
Shut up. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I think I just gave myself away. But I've got plenty of elixirs, so I'll just chain blink over here and get attacked summarily. And I should now be probably alright. Yoink, I'll have that. Right, that's all 6 runes. Now, let's see. I have 3 runes. I need 2 for bend time. I'll take that then. Press left trigger to slow the world around you for a limited time, or until you press left trigger again to end the power. At level 2, time is completely stopped. Enemies and security systems are unaware of you for the duration. 6 runes for level 2, and 4 runes for blink 2. So, we aren't doing too bad.
Abigail Ames has been detained on the slaughterhouse grounds.
Is that Billy Lurk? Yes. Where is she? Ah, she's in this alleyway. Hello. So what's happened here is that these overseers have cornered Billy Lurk and taken her prisoner. As you can see, this one has a music box, which means that we can't use void powers here. We can, however, do that. Don't go for the alarm. Okay, that may be a little late. Alright, she's gone up to the top at least. So I think that may have been somewhat of a narrow escape, but I think we're alright.
Thank you. Let's go. I'm worried they sent for the hounds.
Right, so now we just need to... Oh yeah. So there she goes, blinking her way back to the exit of the stage. So that means I should now just be able to follow her. I think that's the height limit of the area map, so I will also need to stick to some of these high ground platforms.
I know you're here somewhere, scum. Give yourself up.
Okay, I thought I could freeze time in midair, but obviously I wasn't releasing all of the buttons at once. So I am now back here. Right, well in that case I hopefully should be able to do this a little better. I know that there are 3 overseers this time, so that's something useful to bear in mind. Ooh, money. Oh, and of course I can't forget to do Granny's pot in exchange for the rune, and take bend time. Yeah, I think I need to experiment with that a little bit. Still, never mind. We'll just grab the rune. Thank you. We'll take bend time. I may even use that just to deal with these overseers, actually, thinking about it. On there. Right, so let's think about this. First of all, I'll drop a quick save. Secondly, I will use Void Gaze to identify... Yeah, okay, so there's 3 overseers. Oh, I can't bend time because of the overseer's device.
Tell me about the blood rituals you perform. Where did you learn such a profane practice?
Alright, well in that case, let's just try 1, 2, 3... What the hell? Why are sleep darts not working? Alright. Well, that's fine. Didn't sound the alarm anyway. Used a couple of darts, but, you know, what can you do? It went better than the previous time.
Thank you. Let's go. I'm worried they sent for the hounds.
Okay.
Gather for whiskey and cigars tonight? Never doubt it.
There we go.
I'm still trying to figure out why you let the Empress's bodyguard go. And now Rothwild's snug in a box. What's got into you? Barrister Timsh lives up in the legal district. I know it pretty well. From what I hear, the Timsh family is practically at war with itself. Talk to his niece Talia if you can. I should probably tag along when you go. Crazy rich people are buying up a lot of that Sokolov security technology these days. Keeps the weepers and looters out. I might be useful.
Let's go.
Alright, we got all but one of the bone charms. We only got 705 coins out of it, but that should be enough to refill a few supplies. Main thing is that we got all the runes. We didn't get Ghost, of course, because we got a few alerts, but we didn't kill anyone, which is the main thing. Special actions, we put down the captive whale, we shipped Bundry Rothwild to a remote island, we completed the Granny Rags recipe, and we looted the watch officer's safe. So let's continue. So next we move on to the legal district. Now, an interesting thing to point out is that this was actually cut content from Dishonored 1, which was reappropriated around Dowd. Originally in Dishonored 1 it was going to be a fairly early mission, I believe, around about the sort of point around the Golden Cat or Coldwind Bridge part of the game, where you went to this legal district and you had to deal with Barrister Timsh as Corvo, but then it was clipped from the game and put back in here, and it's a really good mission, so I'm glad that they did get around to using it as well. Eminent Domain. Delilah wants painted portraits for Barrister Arnold Timsh, a corrupt aristocrat who uses his legal powers to evict families from their homes and claim property for the Lord Regent based on false accusations of plague. Barrister Timsh's niece Thalia hates him. She has promised to help you locate Delilah for a price. Meet with Thalia to find out what she knows.
As a young girl, Delilah was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower. Years later, a painter in Sokolov's circle. Barrister Arnold Timsh paid her to paint portraits. Him, I knew. A nobleman, born rich. And now he was making a second fortune, seizing the assets of plague victims for the Lord Regent. But Barrister Timsh was also fighting a private war with his own niece. Something to do with the family fortune. Lurk was probably right. We needed to speak with the niece first. Her feud with the old barrister was something we could use. I got a message to the barrister's niece, and she claimed to know things about Delilah that no one else did. But the knowledge would have a price. I wasn't surprised. I went to meet her.
New upgrade available, explosive bolt capacity 1. Don't need it, don't want it. Let's see what favours we have here. A friend will leave a rune by the ruined bridge for you to pick up. Thank you. There will be some conveniently placed whale oil tanks by the first gate on your way into the district. No, I don't need that. Let's see. We've got 650 coins, so what we'll do first of all is we'll fill up on sleep darts. That leaves 470 coins. We have maximum spiritual remedies and 8 health elixirs, so we don't need any of those. So let's see first of all. We should probably upgrade something to do with the wrist bow. I think we'll take accuracy. It's only 300 coins. And that's going to do us, I think. Start the mission.
I was gentle. He'll snore for an hour. Talia should be waiting in Trevor's Close. It's an alley just past the Wall of Light. You'll know it by 3 whitewashed skulls.
Thank you, Billy Lurk. So, I'm going to end this episode here, and next time we will explore the legal district and see if we can't find Thalia. Thank you very much for watching this episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, of course, please leave me a like. I'll be your best friend if you do that. Take care, and goodbye.